So here is the stack of books that I apparently read this month. Don't remember, but I did, and that is that. Hello book besties, it's Kira. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing the typical end of the month wrap-up video. August was a little bit of a weird month for me because I started working full-time, so I felt like I didn't read a lot, but I'm looking back on what I read and I was like, I read all of that this month, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say like I was in a reading slump, but I think I saw Destiny say that Haley Pham said like, are you really in a book slump or you just don't have enough time to read? You know, honestly, I don't know which one I was in. I was kind of in both. I mean, I still read like, I don't know, 10 books, maybe less than that. I just want to quickly mention that a week from this video, I'm going to be posting a birthday book haul. So if you want to, you totally do not have to. I'm just going to preface that you do not have to send me a book from my wish list or one of your favorite books. But if you want to, my Amazon wish list is linked down below because my birthday is September 5th. But again, you do not have to. It is down there. I always leave it down there. I never expect anybody to send me anything. So I'm just putting it out there that that's what's happening. My socials are also down there if you want to follow them. Like, comment, and subscribe to stick around. And let's just get into the books that I apparently read this month. All right. The first book that I read this month, Final Offer by Lauren Asher, which is the third and final book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. It's about Callum, the middle or youngest brother, I can't even remember, and Alana, who was his like best friend from his childhood. It's kind of like a second chance romance. There's a lot of stuff in this book. I mean, Lauren Asher really had something to say with how chunky this romance book was. Search up trigger warnings. I ended up giving this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, which was really disappointing personally for me because I thought that this book was going to be my favorite book in the series, but I just think because it was so long, like it literally took me 400 pages to be like, oh wait, this is actually like pretty decent. Like I didn't want to read 400 pages to come to that realization. Fine print still seems to be my favorite in the series. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Wish I had some better luck with this. And then next up, I read a fantasy book. I continued with the Throne of Glass series by reading Throne of Glass, which to some people this is the first book, some people it's the second book, depending on how you want to read it. I ended up giving this a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I really only liked the ending. Why did the plot like drag this long along the book? Like the last like 50 pages had me on the edge of my seat. That's when I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere with things. I honestly really don't remember what even happened in this book. There was one thing that I wanted to talk about on how this was a little bit of a love triangle. Who was gonna tell me? Because I hate love triangles. They're like my least favorite thing ever to read about in books. It was fine. I shouldn't judge a book just because of that. And yeah, 3.75 out of 5 stars. Excited to see where the series goes from here because it just gets crazier. So the next book I actually read on my Kindle. I loved it so much and I loved the cover that I had to buy it. I read Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Yeah, Lila Sage. This is like a cowboy romance. Was actually part of my TBR. If you didn't watch that video and you want to go watch it, I'll link it up there. Really loved the vibes of this book. Like, is it like the most groundbreaking romance story ever? No. I mean, it's a cute little short, small town cowboy romance. I don't know, I couldn't put it down. I ate it up. Just wish it was like a little bit longer because I felt like it was kind of like insta attraction, insta lovey. But at that point in the month, I was just like, I needed something, and this was it. And yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I do not know if I mentioned that yet, but yeah, I definitely recommend if you just want like a little short, small town cowboy romance because it really did it for me. I'm in my cowboy romance era. I'm excited whenever the series continues to read the next books. We had a DNF, guys, this month. My goals for myself was to try to DNF books if I'm really not enjoying them. That one this month happened to be Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. DNF this. I made it like 230 pages in. Just like the whole entire time, I was just not vibing with it. and it's really a struggle to get through. I didn't connect with Evangeline or Jax. Maybe it was just not the book for me at this time. All right, next up is a bittersweet one. I ended up finishing the Shadow Me series with the last novella, which is Believe Me. I thought this was from Kenji's point of view, but it's actually from Warner's point of view, which like made it just so good. I mean, so good. Can't talk about what this is at all about because it's got spoilers. I ended up giving this a 4 to 5 stars, even though it's like just a little novella. I really enjoyed it. Did really love this series. I definitely do recommend if you want like a dystopian series. Excited to read Tahar Mafi's other series at some point. Bittersweet moment right now, guys. Let's just take a moment. Okay, moment's over, let's move on. Okay, now I am realizing why I did read so many more books than I thought this month, because I read like 3 or 4 novellas or like really short books. At this point, I had no idea what I wanted to read. I was in the midst of being busy and possibly in a book slump. I randomly picked up this book called Where You Belong by Nicole Baker. I saw a TikTok on this. I gave this a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't really remember what it's about. A single dad / nanny romance. It was probably insta-lovey / attraction / lusty. I don't recommend this, and let's move on. Then I read another novella, which is Between Periods by Hannah Cohen. This is a novella between Lucky Hit and the next book in that series. Yeah, it's just a novella where the 5 friends on vacation or something, and it's following their point of views. It's basically just like a spicy novella, if we're being completely honest. I give it a 3 stars. What can I really say about it? Like the kind of found family aspect. We did have one big hit this month, and I did a full dedicated reading vlog on it. If you didn't watch, I will link it up there. I finally read Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I don't want to talk about it too much because you should just like watch the video. I will say some things. I give it a 5 stars because it was just incredible. I never felt the way I did about a book when I was reading this. And the dragon aspect, so fascinating to me. I loved Violet, just love her character overall. This was so worth the hype. The book talk girlies knew what they were doing. Very excited that I did read this book. And after that, I picked up a book that it was time. I picked it up, Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is the 3rd book in the Addicted series. Okay, I have some thoughts about this book. What I thought was gonna happen didn't technically happen, which like woohoo, yay, because I was scared about the progress that happened that would just, you know, fall apart. But I just felt like nothing happened in this book. Like this book is 500 pages long. And I, like, what did I read? Like, what did I honestly read? I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and the only reason I'm doing that is because of the Reich and Daisy scenes. I don't know what it is about them two, but they're, I think, gonna be my favorite couple. The literal crumbs that we got from them in it, I was eaten up, and I was like, okay, wait, this is good, but only because Reich and Daisy. I'm just still not in love with Lily and Lo and their story. I don't know if I will ever be connected like other people are with them, which I think is kind of sad because the series, this whole universe, is because of them. And I'm over here like, no, I love Reich and Daisy, or I love Rose and Connor. Yeah, the found family, amazing. Like, it truly is amazing in this book. And it just felt like a reality TV show. 2.5 out of 5 stars. I did not mention this, but it is the 28th, so I think I have 3 more days maybe in the month, but my reading slump is really just hitting me right now. So I'm not even in the mood to pick up a book, which is super sad. So there might be maybe 1 more book that I do pick up this month. Make sure to just check my socials or my Goodreads if you want to know if I read anything. The last book that I have finished for this video was Ignite by Melanie Harlow. I read first book in this series. Ignite is about Winifred, who is the son of the very first book in this series. Her and a single dad of 2 girls who moves next door, Dex. And I really only wanted to read this because he was a firefighter. I don't know what it is about firefighters, but I'm just like, You know what I mean? It was a 3 stars. The first book I didn't even really like either. These books are like 300 pages, so you know they're gonna be like insta-lovey. I don't think I'm ever gonna pick up another Melanie Harlow book. Maybe just not right now, because her writing style of like how short her books are just not my favorite. I think I'll put a pause on Melanie Harlow for a little bit. That's it for this month, I guess. I just felt like nothing except for Fourth Wing really made me interested in reading this month, which is honestly really upsetting. But I also think it's just because I'm working 40 hours a week. I don't have time to read as much as I've had in previous months. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. The way the month is laid out, I'm actually posting my September TBR 2 days from now on Friday. I think it's the 1st of the month, actually, the 1st of September. Stay tuned for that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stick around. Make sure to follow all my socials down below, along with my Goodreads and Amazon wishlist. Reiterate, you don't have to send me a book, but I'm doing a book haul. So if you want to be featured in that book haul by sending me either a book from my Amazon wishlist or one of your favorite books, feel free to do that down below. Order it soon so that it can be here by the 5th, my birthday, when I will most likely film that book haul. No pressure, you really don't have to, it's just there. I will see you guys in a couple days for my September TBR. Bye!